the 49ers. They could feel pretty good. They can throw any running back out there and get average play. But what do? They go out and trade for Christian McCaffrey to weaponize the ecosystem. The Lions, I think they could. They got league high rushing touchdown season from Jamal Williams. Like, no disrespect, but it's Jamal Williams, right? They could probably feel pretty good about who they can throw out there at the running back position. But what do? They go and weaponize the ecosystem, and they get Jahmyr Gibbs in there. They spend the 12th overall pick. I kind of think that the Eagles are doing that with Saquon Barkley. And the Ravens are also doing that with Derrick Henry, because the Ravens were third in rushing EPA and rushing success rate last year. But I think they look at that as, yeah, we can get like a good run game with Gus Edwards and Justice Hill and kind of throwing guys at it. But why not try to weaponize that run game with Derrick Henry? I think that might be in the, I don't know if I'm taking too much from this, but I think that might be in the back of the head for both Eric DeCosta and Howie Roseman as they make these two deals.
I believe it benefits everyone, so I agree with you. But just to start with Derrick Henry, we think he's going to get the workload there without Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins in the room, at least right now, since Dobbins still a free agent. And it's a great fit because last year, first year under Todd Monken, the Ravens actually schemed 70% of their running back carries outside the tackle. Rather than going up the middle, which the Titans have historically done, even last year. And on those runs outside the tackle, Derrick Henry averaged 4.5 yards per carry compared to just 3.4 yards per carry up the gut. We need to get him in space, as the Titans never seem to do, even though we always thought he was good for 190-yard screen per game. They still just wouldn't feed him targets. Not only that, but because he's Derrick Henry and because he garners respect. That's why he had the second most carry against stuffed boxes, 8+ defenders last year. Because he garners that respect, the big takeaway for me is that this makes life even easier in the passing game for Lamar Jackson, because you have to cover Henry now. So what happens whenever we get Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely? Hopefully they go out and make one more signing at receiver. What happens if we can now hopefully project for more man coverage for Lamar Jackson, one-on-one coverage to make this game easier for him? That seems like an offense that could be even more potent than last year's version.
Yeah, again, that's just like weaponizing the run game in a different sense too, where you're getting the coverage looks that you want. So I loved the Henry move. I'm with you that just having Lamar Jackson in there creates space, but they did a good job creating space for their running backs last year anyways. And that is like, you must do that for Derrick Henry.